there's a lot of Australian bands that grew from there.
Let me give you a practical example. Last year I won a Kalasha award.
But they congrats.
Thank you,
Shout out to Tai.
I have never been given my prize money for the Kalasha award.
You've never been given?
Yeah. Despite the minister at that time coming and promising I'm doubling the amount.
Babu Hana Mwamba.
I'm doubling the amount. So I was born in Nyeri, man. You know, like I only spoke English in school.
But you went to a good school. Eh?
Yes, I went to a good school. But
Did you go to Nyeri Moi Complex?
Yes, but I'm saying like no, it was a good school. They were very big on teaching us the bird kind of English.
So you guys were in the Ubabini school, yeah?
Yeah, we had a swimming pool. We had.
Shout out to Nyeri Babis, you guys. Huh?
Development.
Mind.
Of course, you have to.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special edition of the Kisingani Podcast. You guys love that intro, man.
It's like high energy.
Yeah,
it's good. Yeah.
Karibu sana. Today I'm hanging out with Mr. Tanga Shera.
Gang.
He's back like he never left. And a man deep Jagde.
Thank you for having me.
What's up, Jagde?
I'm very happy to be a member of the Kisiangani podcast.
Oh, for real?
It's giving me purpose in life again. Coming to speak to a mic seems like
like the good old days.
Like the good old days.
When you used to earn a salary, now you earn jack. Your life is progressing. Huh?
Thank you, Manuel, for reminding me all things that are not working well for me. Please also tell me about the World Cup losing. What else can you destroy me with?
It's Cricket World Cup, not the World Cup.
It is the World Cup, bro. It is the World Cup.
But let me tell you, there's hope for us, you guys.
Who is us?
See, me and you and Tai.
Oh.
I'm going to tell you, already reached your place of hope.
What do you mean? Kama nimeomoka?
Yeah.
bado but naomoka pole.
I mean, if he had Omoka, I don't think he would be here.
You guys. Tai has been the number one supporter of this podcast.
You have to give back to where you came from.
Cheki kenye mimi ndio mimi support wase. Mimi siwezi achilia wase man.
Like lazima niwakumbushe hata sisi tulianza hivyo.
Guy maze. But Tai, do you want to talk about your hair transplant?
Not yet. We'll talk about it in January.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so we give it time.
Let's talk.
Emmanuel didn't even
juicy.
He didn't even build up to it.
Homo
sapiens are known for their hair quality.
I'm like, what the hell did that come from?
Shai, are you Kushite? What's interesting here? You build up to it.
You guys have forgotten the training I was given on radio.
Technically quarter Kushite.
Radio 101. My radio 101 lesson, I'm failing you guys. No, but good to see you here, Tai.
Thank you, man.
It's been a minute. You were my guest, I think, number 7 or something. When I said,
of course, that is so special, number 7.
I was warming it up for you, Joe. You guys know Tai was my guest, number 7. I don't know. I thought you'll say you don't want to come.
Why?
I don't know, Maz.
Did you judge him?
I think I judged him
without talking to him because he does have a resting
bitch face.
Yeah, thank you.
It's not me who said, baby. It is a man who said.
I think he has a because he's handsome, and usually I hear when people want to talk to handsome people, they get a bit intimidated. So maybe you might have.
Oh, you think he's handsome?
I think I have seen what women have told me about him. So.
You're not telling me these good things.
So you don't think of him as handsome or as an individual, on a personal level?
Oh,
anatumia empirical data.
Yeah. I have to. I'm trying to make my answer more objective rather than subjective.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do you find him handsome?
Okay, even me, I've had chicks saying he's handsome.
Then, Bencho, why do you want me to say the thing and then when it's your turn?
No, brother.
Hey, moving on, outside of discussing my
do you think chicks think I'm handsome, me?
I think if you look this side, haraka hivi.
Does she have eyes?
I think if you turn really fast, there's a... I always got a handsomeness.
I think if you wear a mask of like a handsome guy, like maybe a Matt Rife.
The more I've been announcing about my failed marriage, the more I've been getting attention from the ladies.
That's very interesting.
Huh?
That's very interesting.
There was a time I was in Mombasa, we were doing the gig then, some chicks even would. Checky, my marriage is, I'm separated from my wife. Checky, woo!
No, you give off dad vibes.
I do.
Yeah, you give off, like even when you're on stage, you talk about, my wife and I have been doing blah blah. My wife, even when you're divorced, it's like, Huyu hata niletea shida mingi. This is a man who is going to accept the bare minimum when I show
You guys have already been domesticated.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
It's like you're buying a product. The others don't have a review. You at least you have a review.
Pre-selection.
You have been. If you're good for somebody,
Yeah.
you're probably also going to be good for me.
Someone checked you out as a husband and said
Yeah.
this could work.
And then you guys may have already finished all those things guys are doing. I don't feel like taking drugs.
Yeah.
I feel like going home at 6:30 p.m. You guys.
This guy has built houses, man. You are good.
I've
Like,
built and lost houses.
yeah. Yeah. So you guys are like, it's a net positive being with you. Like,
I've driven a Mack and used a mat.
The mark with
Yeah.
the hood color being green.
No, what's wrong with that Mack? I had the proper Mack, you guys.
Which one?
The freaking E200.
Damn.
You guy, bana. Shout out to my past.
and also like you don't look your age at all. I feel like you're very good genes.
Yeah, I think so. Man.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Like, I think the first time Emmanuel told me his age, I asked him, "Yo, bro, you have to show me your ID." And then he
No.
did. And then I did the math. I'm like, well, this is not your true. Trust me. Remember Churchill?
But I think it's good for me, considering nowadays I hang out with you guys, for example.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if I was looking, say, like Darren?
That's a random thing to put.
That is a joke,
Yeah.
you guys.
Like
You guys
some-
are leaving my joke hanging.
Sometimes you can hang out with David Masheri and you guys look like age mates. Yeah.
But I'm happy Doug Muta is around you guys. Normally feel at home when he's there. Check it, Doug, boy, stay on, good boy, one mine. But now Doug went from straight Bomet to Canada. So there's some things he didn't know.
But you were born in Nairobi. You're a cool kid. So there are things which, like, you take for granted that you think people should know. Yeah.
Like, did you know Zach? Do you know what Zach is again?
I think you taught me, yes.
Oh, I'm the one who should told
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Even this guy didn't know that Zach means dad.
You get-
I don't know. I was a bit sad about you.
Even dads don't
Check
know
it out,
that.
tie with you, Zach ni dad.
Bro, I was born in Nyeri, man. You know, like, like I only spoke English in school.
But you guys went to a good school.
Yes, I went to a good school. But I'm
Did you
just
go to Nyeri Moi Complex?
yes, but I'm saying like, no, it was a good school. They were very big on teaching us the bird kind of English.
So you guys
But-
were in the Ubabini school, yeah? Nyeri?
yeah, we had a swimming pool. We had
Shout out to Nyeri Barbies, you guys. Huh?
Development.
Development.
Mind a man. No, sorry. What did
I think you mean devolution, guys.
Evolution.
Ugatuzi.
Ugatuzi. My school, we weren't taught that.
Did you guys have a pool in your school?
We used to take a bus to go to a pool.
Ah,
We
is
didn't
any,
have a
guys?
bus in our.
That's such a Catholic school move.
Oh, Catholic schools, they don't build pools.
No, not. It was the Muindi school. The Catholic school didn't have a pool.
Exactly, yeah.
You get me, my minimum for school was a swimming pool. But that's because I had a swimming gift. I used to be a good swimmer.
I was a terrible swimmer.
All right.
I almost drowned and I've never liked swimming pools since then. Yeah.
So you weren't a guy of swimmer?
I'd prefer to be beaten by the teacher than say and just say I forgot my costume and it's in the bag.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
You hate water that much?
I hated it. I think it's the instructor I hated.
Why?
Because one time I was drowning and then he never used to get to the pool because we were kids. He used to have like a big bamboo stick. So I'm like, Mr. Kimaro, I'm drowning. He hit me on the head with a so I started drowning. So nikakunywa maji then nikashikilia hiyo.
I don't think he liked you.
So I was like, screw this pool.
You guys screw swimming.
So my dad would be like, what do you mean you don't like swimming? Because my sister is like, yeah. Like, I don't even want to go to that school.
You guys screw oceans, lakes, you guys, water bodies.
No, but I didn't like water. Like when I go to the beach, the sound of waves is so calming.
Yeah.
Even the sound of rain.
But even me, ocean, like I'm not a guy of enjoying the ocean. I wouldn't go on a cruise on a ship. Because you guys, can you imagine if that thing sinks, you guys?
Amy once had an accident in the ocean, man. You actually in the
Again.
What happened?
Yeah, this guy,
we'd gone with some of my friends, so it was a mixture of white guys and black guys. So this guy,
Chessboard.
so it's to show who was more daring and who was hesitant.
Karat.
So me was hesitant. And this guy's like, no, man, come on, Larry, let's go do it, right? So we get on something called a
Where
banana.
was this?
Mombasa.
Uh-huh.
We get on something called a banana ride. So banana ride is like you guys are being dragged, like it's a big floating thing shaped like a banana, and all of you sit on it.
Oh, then it's pulled by
It's pulled by a
jet ski.
jet ski. So once in a while, the jet ski will do this, and then all of you fall. But you have floater, so you won't.
You'll sink.
You won't. So hey, after a while, like tukaanguka mara mbili, the guys realize, yo, this falling is violent. You know, like water is painful when it hits you. You know, like you don't see it coming. We'll just fall. And then we can. No, they do this, and then all of you are thrown into the air, and then you come down. Well, so now this time, hey, then guys were like, hey, this chick started bleeding, and they were like, hey,
Bleeding.
like she hit the water or something.
The water can cut you paka you bleed.
No, like it's more traumatic force more than
okay.
slice force. So now she was like, she's gonna get like a panic attack, right? She's those people who knows bleed very easily. So she's gonna get she was like, no, we are done. So the thing was, normally the guy, so we were supposed to go back to shore, or like, okay, just zungusha us, not dropping us. So normally the thing was, you do this to make him fall, and don't do anything if you want to just keep going.
Okay.
So you're just chilling. Okay, some random guy who nyuma, some white guy does. Wow, we were flanked. Because you know you're not hujajishikilia. You were flanked so high in the air. So the problem was where I landed near the boat on the edge.
Oh no.
So now when I came, my head hit the
boat.
The edge of the boat. So now, first, then you know, is that... Then you come back up. You're like, yo, you're confused. And then you try and get back to the boat. Then when you do this, you see the blood. So eventually we had to go back so that I could get stitches. But then when we got back there, now everyone at that hotel is like, all the moms, no, mbona msiende? I even have a picture on Facebook of like that time, like
was it a long time ago?
Like probably.
But what are you doing in the ocean?
5 years
you don't know
ago.
how to swim, you guys.
No, no. The thing is not whether I can swim in an ocean. It's not that. It's the thing is even with a floater. You have a floater. Even if you don't know how to swim with a floater, even if you're thrown anywhere, you can't sink.
Okay, you don't think that's risky? First of all, you're black, and then you don't know how to swim, and then you're in the ocean.
And then some white guy puts your life in
Yeah,
he
but
controls
So
the...
yeah. So that time I was like the caption on my Facebook was like, just do it, you'll have a good time. And then it's just me and the white guy. He's laughing at me, and I'm there with.
Oh, the photo. Yeah. Sugar, that's nasty. You get me? I can never go on an... Okay, maybe I can, but I would not like to go on an ocean cruiser. Would you go?
Yeah, man, why not? Once. Why not?
Do you know that song called Nearer My God to Thee?
Nah.
I forgot this game. Check it, nearer my God to thee. You know watch Titanic?
Titanic walikuwa na wimbo.
Yeah. See, just before but they were playing it on the violin.
Oh, because I'm like, mimi naamka tu Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Mimi naamka tu my heart will go on.
No, this Titanic.
Unajua
Nearer
una
My
confuse
God.
near to dinner na near far wherever you are.
No. Nearer my God. to
Okay,
thee.
sir.
So when the ship was sinking, they were playing that jam, you guys.
Yes.
So if you hear that jam, you can just know things are thick.
Yeah, but that's being scared of. Now, why are you even driving a car? Can't you just go?
It's on land.
I mean, aren't cars the most accidental prone
statistically.
form of transport?
Yeah.
Yeah, true, baby.
You should be more worried about that than a cruise that I don't think we will ever afford.
How many ships sink in a year, you think? Out of 10? Random thought.
Or like before research, I would say out of 10.
Maybe 3?
No, that's too much.
It's an mingi.
That's
Say out of 100. Say out of 100.
Out of 100.
That.
No, I don't.
Ah,
think
yeah,
That's
but
nasty, you guys.
who would even go on a ship with those statistics? Even a car.
Maybe.
How would you go on those statistics?
Maybe
1 in
15, 9 to 15, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's become a bit more rare nowadays.
Of course.
I mean,
Maybe I watched too many marooned movies when I was growing up.
Generally, I think the media exposes us to extremes.
Yeah.
Because no more is boring.
Even flying, like there was a time I flew and then I took a long time before flying again. Ish, you guys, that wasn't the best.
Imagine, I
You guys was really helping that plane to take off. Checking me pulling the chair. Check it. And then it was going to coastal, so it turned. Checking me, oh Jesus, I pray, forgive my sins. Write my name afresh in the book of life.
if you want to get closer to God, go to Wilson and take the smaller planes to Wajir and Turkana.
damn.
Those ones.
You've done it.
Turbulence.
Yeah, the turbulence hits them in a different way. My
Yeah.
God.
You guys, do you remember that plane which hit, like it was coming from Kitale, eh?
No.
And then it was
The one that
it
hit the
hit
mountain.
one of those ranges. I don't know if it was
Yeah, those babes would
Mao ranges. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
no,
some two
Aberdare. They just drove into the Aberdares. They
Massive.
just flew into the Aberdare ranges.
So it was cloudy, and
Yeah.
then they just flew into one of the ranges, Joe.
Then.
And they died,
Everyone
man.
died.
Oh shit.
Everyone died, man. Can you imagine hitting a rock at that speed of a plane? You think
Yeah,
you're going to
man.
survive?
But they didn't know, like, why weren't they? They didn't know where they are.
It was cloudy. It was, there were many
But it
reasons.
is instrument flying.
I don't know. You know, that time anyone who condemned that situation was told they're a bit
You
misogynistic.
could be cancelled.
You're a bit misogynistic for any criticism around that issue. I remember that time.
For real?
Yeah, like, why are you? But what do you mean? No.
Even-
Yeah, it was like, because it was a flight that was being driven by two babes.
Yeah.
So there was a thing for, no, you're only saying this because they're girls, blah, blah.
Yeah, which is crazy. Because I'm saying because there are pilots who crashed.
Yeah. So now the pilots were girls who crashed. It doesn't know when women drive cars and everything goes wrong for like 7
But
So no.
interestingly, men are the ones who are got into more accidents.
I mean, because they are the majority of pilots.
First of all, the way
No,
chicks
as a
hold
percentage.
the way chicks hold the steering wheel, it looks pretty safe. No.
I'm a shit driver.
I've
So
ever
I
seen a
can't-
chick turning a corner. Like they don't do the like I feel like that's a safer way to turn. Me, I trust such a dere. Check it, turn it, baby. That other one for like this is a bit arrogant, you guys.
You know, they make power steering for a reason.
Hii story walikata.
Eh.
Kama those lorries za kitambo, magari za kitambo you
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
turn.
yeah.
When I was on a kid and like this guy was telling me to, that matatu driver, he's telling me to also pull.
Seriously, you guys.
Aja magari za wocha venye zimechapa.
Yeah,
So like-
yeah, man.
Huh? The guy has a left hand of steel because of what the gear has been doing to.
No, that's lorries which bring stones in Kitengela. Yeah. Those things don't even have any padding. Huh? It's just metal.
You
So
just-
the only padding is where you sit.
And then it gets so hot.
Yeah, because the engine is under the seat.
Ty was just saying that apparently those guys are the reason for the high infectious rates of a certain STD. Truck drivers.
Yeah, no, but it's true, right?
Truck drivers brought HIV and spread it properly in the African continent.
Check it is facts.
Because this guy is saying this thing with confidence, so
Man,
means
believe
maybe
him.
it's
The
true.
Jamie, don't check
But
it.
what do you
No,
mean by
the-
brought HIV?
like, say, HIV didn't come, like, it's not like COVID, you know,
Yeah,
at where I have to sneeze at you, you know.
uh-huh,
Chances are you're going to get it through sex, you know.
yeah.
And so who have the most sexual partners, you know, prostitutes and truck drivers, generally speaking.
How about cabin crew?
Yeah, but you see, like, cabin crew don't stop over somewhere to get laid. You see, but if these guys were any truck drivers, they stop at Maimahio, they stop at
Yeah, cabin crew
Mlolongo.
stop in Coastal, they stop in Kigali, they stop in South Africa.
Yeah, but they never.
I think it's. I'm agreeing with you,
Yeah.
but my point is, I think you should expand it to transport industry.
Yeah,
He-
but
this is specifically in Africa.
so, you know,
He said in Africa.
yeah, because you see, you realize for cabin crew, they are like because of that level of babe. she doesn't just get any random guy. You see, it's a
It's a guy who has
there's
a condom.
interbreeding there, right?
It's a guy who's on first class.
Yeah,
He has
man.
a condom also.
Yeah, but truck drivers, maze, it's every Tom, Dick, and Harry, maze. Like, you just show up, and it's hospitality for them. Do you know, like pre-HIV, how the way our dads were out there doing the thing?
Maze, they only
Wow,
used to
wow,
get
wow, wow,
cut
wow.
Our
when the-
dads.
and
Shut up, bro. Don't talk about my great man like that. My great man banged nobody
No.
except my mom.
You think they used to be called baby boomers for what?
At you guy, only your mom.
My dad is an honest man.
Me, I know my dad.
Yeah,
but
man.
my mom only.
Your dad is a polygamist. Was a polygamist. Of course,
My dad, you guy had range.
official.
I mean, if you can take care of them, why not? You know, good
Yes.
for you.
If not, why not?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I don't know how you manage the attitude of having 9 or more than one wife.
'Cause in
Because
the-
one girl's attitude can
In
fuck
in the
true.
90s and 2000s, NGOs used to give condoms to truck drivers.
Yeah, I'm sure
So-
they still do today, right?
Yeah, I hope, but you know, people are more aware.
Which people?
Like generally, people are more aware of HIV than
Oh, okay,
back
okay,
then.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and there's less stigma. But I'm saying, back then they had to properly. Why are you
Yeah,
guys
I'm
staring into each
feeling you
other's
guys.
eyes?
What's wrong with this guy? He's touching. What are you doing, you guy?
Amesikia HIV akama kuguzaguza.
So, I think, can you imagine those truck drivers, eh? Like they're cooling all those chicks along the Mombasa,
Congo.
Busia. Or you've even gone beyond?
Bro, truck drivers wanatoka Mombasa.
Dry, you guy. Do you think those guys that you wear those condoms are given?
I hope they do.
I don't think so, you guy.
So you agree with him?
Yeah, I agree with him. I agree with him. Yeah. Can you imagine dry all the way from, like, you have a chick in every town?
I don't know how many showers do you need after that.
Yeah. But to give it to give them some credit, they normally have one chick.
Yeah, but you see that one chick doesn't have you.
How do you know, you guys? Those
You
chicks
think
are faithful.
You think that chick waits for you at every cycle for you to come back from Congo?
Me, my mom was faithful.
No, these are not.
She had only one guy.
One truck driver in her life.
18 rules of justice.
You think they're playing the truck driver guy?
Yeah, man, that's
She's
the
a
whole
prostitute.
point.
It's her job.
What do you mean by prostitute? Maybe
I'm saying-
just a regular chick.
No,
He's
no, like every stop, there were sex workers at every stop.
Oh, you're talking about the sex worker.
Yeah,
So
and that's why
there's
truck
something in
drivers
your
would
hair.
pass
There's
by
something
there.
in your hair.
Is it white?
Yeah.
So that's my hair.
No,
it's
let me
like-
just help him. It's gone. So I'm saying truck drivers would, because they had families at home. So the sex workers kept them sane, yeah?
Along the highway.
Along the path.
lonely.
Yeah, the loneliness really got to them.
Uh,
So even as they traveled, between you, like, the Kiswahili will change significantly between Mombasa and Kinshasa.
yeah, true.
The way you'll start
It evolves.
from wape vitu vyao to napenda jotopala. But
Yeah.
like the only language you speak to them is sexual
Mm.
and money. So that exchange of nini and money, of course, a lot of, because you can't tell me how Congo ended up having so much HIV, a landlocked country with a terrible airport and villages in the middle of nowhere, people getting HIV. How are they getting
Yeah,
these
true.
things?
Even Uganda, right? Remember
Yeah.
HIV had ravaged UG.
Bro, what will yeah. The Great Lakes region generally had a big problem.
There's another time I hooked up with this Ugandan chick. I was younger, eh?
Yeah.
So she was down, but me, I didn't kubali because she was sweating. I thought you guys that is a sign. Cheki me looking at that sweating. Cheki, sitaki maneno yako kwa sababu unatoka Uganda na una sweat.
Sweat was your deal breaker.
You guys may thought
What
that
did she say?
she was manifesting
What did she
freaking
say?
HIV.
What did she
It was
say?
stigma.
Yeah, of course. Sebo, you
What did
cannot
she
be like
say?
that. Sebo, don't worry, Sebo.
No, she actually was speaking really well. Eh? She wasn't speaking in that accent. even
left.
Botswana.
She just left after he said no. She's like, okay, bye.
No, see, we were hanging out.
Oh, okay.
It's only that I didn't agree to any coitus
Okay.
without any interruption.
Sub-Saharan Africa had a big problem.
Yeah, Botswana too was
Well,
ravaged.
Kwanzaa, the southern states.
And you guys, those chicks in Botswana are hotter than a noonday sun.
Bruh.
Have you seen a Botswanese?
Yeah,
Huh?
I like
You
it
guy,
when
man.
you
and then a lot of them are Kenyejis.
do this.
You guy, eh?
A lot of them are Kenyejis.
Yeah, they don't know they're hot. Right? You guys, shout out to Botswana chicks, you guys.
We like you tiny.
It's not like South Africa. South Africa, when you go, them, they know they are hot.
Yeah,
You know.
especially those light ones.
Yeah.
the ngossas.
All of them, like them, they think they are hot, So like it's different for their country compared to the other Vinyeji countries around.
Even Rwanda, they're vinyages, but they're hot.
Yeah, but also they're also very conservative.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're tall.
There's a friend of mine who
They
was
kiss
trying.
your forehead.
There's a friend of mine who was trying to hold hands with a Rwandese chick in Kigali. That chick really told him no. Chiki, people are seeing us. So she refused.
Those girls are tall, but
Was she an Askari? Because that was an Askari accent.
I don't know you guys.
The people are seeing.
I don't even know if that's the right accent. I'm sure I've butchered it. You guys.
yeah, on your Black Panther.
Wait, how about being a comic on the road? Do you think comics on the road would find themselves getting into multiple sexual relations? I think you also have to be disciplined, right? Because imagine you go to Mombasa, kidogo you're in sijui where, Voi, Nairobi, Look, like imagine an American comic. Like you can travel across America.
Yeah.
So the stereotype is yes, they do get laid.
Any
Oh, it is?
yeah, any men who are in careers that involve a lot of travel will eventually will tend to have an average more sexual partners. Generally speaking.
Especially the more successful ones. The more, as you know, the
Yeah.
more successful you get, the more bitches you bang.
No, I think there's a place. I think that an average. when you're too successful, I think you don't do that as often, because the eyes are on you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's harder. But if you're just moderately successful, like you're cool, famous, but not that famous, and you're really good at what you do, Or you don't have groupies. You just like have a suitcase and show up, and people are like, "Oh my God, who's this guy?"
Yeah.
That one maybe you are likely to. But when you're like famous,
Especially now in
Are
the.
you saying famous people don't fuck bitches?
I'm saying it's harder for them to. There's more scrutiny around who they choose to
Yeah,
be
true.
in their circle.
Especially now with the phone era.
Yeah.
So
I think. Okay, are we just talking about famous comedians?
Not even artists.
Okay.
Like
I think they fuck. The more successful and famous you are, the more you fuck.
I feel there's a place you get.
I don't think so.
I think it's like that. The graph goes like this, and then it's kind of like
Especially when you
know
get
what?
into
I would
trouble.
love to find out the truth one day. Love to
you
know
will. You will.
If
You are
because I don't because we're both speaking.
You are said to be like one of Kenya's best and unique comedians. Like that's not going to be a problem for you.
Okay, shout out to
Aye.
the comedian.
Shout out Tiger Shira. Keep speaking the truth, bruh.
You see now in your graph,
Yeah.
like it goes like this.
Yeah.
You're enjoying,
Yeah.
then you hit a place where you get exposed.
Yeah.
Some chick posts you on the internet. Then now your graph goes like this. Because now you're cautious.
Even
You don't want to let
bro, even
anyone in your
even
circle.
your tastes will change.
Yeah.
At that level, you will not just be with any woman.
Tiger Woods was banging waitresses.
Yeah, but do you see how those waitresses looked?
Maybe the waitresses
I
who
mean,
are
I guess we can Google,
the
but
millionaires. Club.
Yeah.
But are you sure though?
No, I'm saying generally speaking, as in on average, there's a quality of woman you get access to. You can choose to bang any.
that's
after that.
exactly what I'm saying.
But there's a quality of woman the better you get access to, generally speaking. That like the average Mjengo guy has a lower chance than you of banging someone like Huda.
Unless he's jengered many buildings.
Right? He may have a day where the light shines on him. It's
Yeah.
possible. But generally speaking, because now women will exchange beauty for status, right? And money or something like that,
Oh,
right?
yeah. So you have,
So if you don't have status or money, unless it's love, and even then that's another discussion. But in that moment, why are you?
There's this guy who was on the podcast called Austin Holman. Huh? Did you guys see that guy?
I saw him. I saw him.
He's an American.
The guy who talks about Rwanda.
Yeah, Rwandan chicks are not very interesting compared to the Kenyan ones.
Yeah,
So this guy, I was just checking out the quality of chicks he was with.
yeah,
Like,
different.
it wasn't. No, you guys, it wasn't the most high quality chick.
But does he have access to the high quality chick? You can have your own two tastes, but do you have access?
And I feel like
Yeah.
the reason he didn't have number one, it's easier.
Yeah.
Like he's here just for a week, right?
Yeah. Okay. Of
So
course.
you can.
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough time to convince a high quality chick to come bang you and be in your video.
Yeah, but also I think it's
You get?
there's a connection of.
So
who
you just
brought
get
here.
low hanging fruits.
There's also the connection of who brought you here.
Ati?
There's also the connection of who brought you here.
Uh-huh.
Like if someone invites you to their country and they're also a person of status.
Oh yeah.
You see, then they're like when I was in SA and I was in the popular comics, bruv.
Oh, you're getting some high quality references.
Like the girls who'd hang around us, you know, the baddies.
Uh-huh.
Like, yo, okay,
Damn.
I see what's happening here.
Oh, they were in those chicks for
Buddies.
Summit.
My white couple.
Okay, do you know Summit?
Sadly.
You go to say, ask about a place called Summit.
That's the,
Check it, Pakistanis, Asians, you can't get anything here.
Okay, South African accent is better than,
Than the all others.
than your Eritrean.
Than his Luya accent.
Yeah. His South African jokes are also pretty good.
Man. So you're saying because of the people you're hanging out with.
Like
most
yeah,
definitely.
because people associate status with other people, right? Like if you hang out with really cool popular people, they associate the coolness and status rubs off on you somehow. You see? Yeah.
I think before you start traveling, especially intensely, you have to put your values on a line.
You have to you have to decide because if you're not like disciplined in your mind,
you're gonna go. with
you're
the flow.
gonna go ham, you know.
Yeah.
And also maybe you didn't get too much play generally, so there's some things there's a validation you're trying to get from yourself. Oh, you know, because most men will know after a while, like it's not all that. Like that conquering thing is like, okay,
Yeah.
now I'm grown.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah, true. And then you see when you're a foreigner in another country, you always things are always like you're different.
yeah,
So
but
you're always getting better offers.
but it's
than
always
you are-
but it
than the ones
depends.
You're getting at home.
But it depends what kind of foreigner you are in that country. Like if a country you are in does not have a good view of people from your country, you don't. It's not a like no one is saying, oh my god, I like to smash a girl from Guinea-Bissau. Like no one is out here. Oh my god, I need to find a
Burkina Faso.
Togo. You see,
You ever hooked up with a chick from Burkina Faso?
no one is care about.
You've never? They're hot, you guys.
Good for them.
You didn't even know like Burkina Faso is on the map.
Yeah.
Or is
I
it
know, it's like a
next to?
thin strip. It's next to Mali.
It's not a thin
Hey, shout
strip.
out to me. you
It's
guys
not a
know it.
thin strip.
It's a thin strip.
No,
It's
it's
the one which
African
has
strip.
been, like there was a coup there the other day, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's also a coup in Niger.
Yeah.
There's like that whole area. The Sahel has been having
That's
coups.
coups. But I tell you which chicks are hot. The ones from Senegal, you guys.
I mean, yeah,
Okay,
sure.
shout out to
No, I think
I've never seen one,
on a
but-
stereotypically speaking, the men are more stereotyped to be hotter than the women.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
because the men have that stereotypical
The dark.
tall, dark, very masculine,
wavy hair.
Yeah, that thing. But then it's like the features we attribute that people like them. They look, what's that, exotic. They look exotic. Yeah.
But you guys remember that question for use the word sembuse?
Yeah,
So if the men are like that, sembuse, the women, you guys.
that's not necessarily true, because you know what, I think that's not true, because think about South Africa, right?
Uh-huh.
South Africa, the babes are hot, right? But the men, oh my god,
Yeah.
they're work or two, you know, like they're not particularly tall, they're not particularly muscular, they're not like, because you know the problem is like the features if features of any tribe or any people are more masculine, the men there are favored to be more attractive.
What?
But if let's say stereotypically speaking, tuseme venye say, let me say Waluya, you see.
Okay, Waluya, okay.
No, mtu anasema mbona unapenda Waluya, unajua wana manguvu nini wako, you know. But if the girls have the same features that are not considered attractive that the men have, you see.
Yeah.
So like any other tribe, let's say like Somalis or Eritreans, the women are considered very, very attractive, right? The men is like, okay, when they are younger maybe, but after a while it's like,
This guy's done
let's see.
studies, bro.
no, generally speaking, there was this girl who was
I think it's the cologne which somebody.
no, there's this guy who was doing some this babe who actually was complaining. She was talking about why is it that, especially like for black women, the features that black men are praised for are the features that black women are denigrated for.
Oh, right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like Serena
Like
Williams.
a strong jaw.
Yeah, you see.
Oh, yeah.
Like Serena Williams,
yeah.
see. Like she's strong, she's
Yeah.
but then she's not considered conventionally attractive. She's considered walky attractive, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Athletic.
Yeah, it's like you say you find her attractive because you're woke, you see. Not because you're some random.
Oh, yeah. No, I see that.
You see what I'm saying? Like the features that we consider beautiful in Somali women are the same ones we generate in Somali men. Like how many times do we make fun of Somali men having big hips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, so it's like I think a
to
culture when
Canada.
you guys have similar things as an ini, the more feminine it's assumed, the more prettier women are considered.
Like Serena Williams just looks like a lunge, right?
Yeah, that she's proper.
No.
You know when she came to Kenya, there was then she was dancing in. She opened a girl school in Ukambani.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, and then people like that time. I remember Bulls at that time was saying, Serena Trufosa, you were truly ours. You know, when she turned around.
Oh, for real.
Yeah.
No, that's a lunge, you guys. Those pictures are heavy set. And true, you guys are not. Check.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I've never dated a lunge.
Yeah.
It's hard to find them. I don't know where. I think
What do
they're
you mean?
in
It's
Western Kenya.
the second most popular tribe in Kenya.
But
is
they're
hard to
not in
find them.
Nairobi, you guys. Those
Bro, it's Kwani Kawangware iko wapi?
You do that, boom.
You guys, you guys have been hanging out in the wrong streets.
No, me I like Luya girls. I think they're very homely.
Many of them have.
Like they treat you so well.
You know, homely means ugly.
No.
No, they're homemakers.
Like they treat you really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Google
they
this. Because man, homely means
No.
ugly. Well,
homely means
Google.
they
Google
can
na.
take care of a home.
Jamaa anajisumbusia Google.
Yeah.
Anajisumbua.
They can take care of the home, you know, they serve.
They're
and
warm.
stuff. Yeah.
They're very welcoming.
Yeah. But I've met a few recently, and
a
they're not.
person unattractive in appearance.
You're lying, you guy.
Hakuna kitu kama yona penye na. Kala remix.
What is
There's
this?
Oh, a person unattractive in appearance. That's interesting.
And that's not like that definition.
That's a
or
north.
some shit.
Shit, so am
What
I
is
lying?
north?
No.
What is north?
See,
No,
did I go
North
to
America? No, listen. Simple but cozy and comfortable.
So maybe it's
That's
that's the one we
That's
are
the one I
referring
mean.
to.
Yeah. Simple but cozy and comfortable. Hey, hii yako ya.
But where did you get that second meaning from?
Me, I went to USIU. Me, that's what they taught
that's
me.
why. Oh.
Homely means ugly, bro.
So when you say that chick is homely, it means she's ugly.
Yeah, man.
What about when you say she's my homie?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Now there's no L. There's no L.
No, but I'm saying, by the way, haven't you never been with a Luya girl? What do you mean you never met any? You've never met a Luya woman in your life?
As in, I've never catered.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
You know the way you cateer the chicks around you.
Yeah.
So I've never.
Oh, hey. Where named to Mount Kenya region?
I've never. Yeah, man, it's always to mix. In fact, my first girlfriend was a Kikuyu girl, you guy. Her name was Angela. Her name is Angela, you guy, not was.
Of course.
Statistically, quite a lot of boys.
Like if-
first girlfriends.
If you live in Nairobi, I mean.
You guys used to walk to her house as her dad is driving out.
Yeah. Not just Nairobi and Kikuyu land are like so close to each other.
Yeah,
Like
man.
the guys.
In fact, she was from Nyeri, you guy, man.
Of course she was. You know, as we out here doing that shit.
Okay,
and
shout
like-
out to Nyeri breaking virginity chicks.
Oh my god.
Voting in the right people.
Moi Kibaki, baby.
Yeah, baby. Obaya. Everybody.
Obaya Nika.
I'm saying that I'm from the same village with the deputy president.
Oh, you're from the same village? Madeira. Oh? Ish.
Yeah, Madeira is going to be the next Konza City, bro.
I don't say that loudly, but
It's
Is
the
it,
next Konza City, bro.
Is it developing yake yote?
no. But you see, the thing is, development in Nyeri is not seen the same way it's seen here. Nyeri is a very like shanty-like town. It's a small town. They don't have big buildings. For them, development is are there better schools, are there better roads. They don't desire at having the pizza inns of this life. Them they're very like. For them, development is hey, na hii hospitali imeanza kutulipisha. Them they are very like I want to be in a home where I can access milk with a cow, and it's a very simple. The way they see development, I notice, is very very different from the way we see development here in Nairobi. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do they have the best schools then? The best
Best.
roads? If that is considered...
No, they have very good schools. They have very hospitals. The water is the best in Kenya for the last 13 years running now.
Then the weather is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weather.
And they have
I like...
GDP wise per capita, I think it's number 3 county.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So what's the main economic activity?
It's agriculture.
Ah.
Yeah.
But
Kahawa, chai.
the land is not like big pieces.
No, they're small scale farmers.
Tai, is it true that before the British,
Yeah.
Kenya was not even a tea or coffee growing nation?
Of course,
The British just said, "Hey, by the way, they
That's
just made us ketepa for their personal," and that's how Kenya suddenly become a big producer.
you think our ancestors knew anything about tea? See, later on our
the British?
as we were drinking porridge and
So what was
Do you
the
think
main?
they used to drink in the morning, the
Yeah.
porridge?
yeah.
I think they used to have porridge for breakfast.
To this
Our
day,
ancestors.
to this day, me I still have porridge for breakfast.
So what was the local crop that was being
that time? You know, millet, sorghum, yams, cassava. Basically, everyone
Any-
had that.
cassava.
Anything
Yeah.
you can boil.
Yeah. yeah.
You guys know we didn't have spices.
I know.
Still,
Yeah. So maybe if you exchange a couple of slaves with the Arabs, maybe you got
maybe the
spices.
guys in the coast had.
Them they always had spices.
Yeah.
Them they always had spices.
Funny
Yeah.
thing, masala chips is not even an Indian creation. It's a Kenyan thing.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
it's
for real?
Kenyan. Yeah, like adding a bit of spice to just normal Indian food is a lot of it is a Kenyan thing. So masala chips, if you Google masala chips, most of the ladies doing YouTube tutorials are Kenyan ladies
All right.
than the Indian guys.
But let me ask a man, for you, can you trace your people back to the railway? Like, do you have
No.
that? See, that's like 4 generations.
No, not my people. My
But you-
father
Yeah.
came in 1980s.
So you became from India in the 80s?
Yeah, man, my Buddha.
then you are-
You get your first generation Kenyan now.
You know, when you do that joke about your parents moving from a third world country to another, I always think it's just like joking.
Yeah, man, them they just immigrated. They're like,
Have you ever
Like-
asked them why they moved?
yeah, because in India before they moved, there's a lot of. So there's this lady called the Prime Minister called Indira Gandhi.
Yeah, I remember.
So she did an attack at our Golden Temple
In Punjab.
in Punjab. So that was very bad for the Kala singers, and you don't do that, especially if your bodyguards are also sick. So you know what I mean? Like your bodyguards are Muslim, but then you go bomb a mosque.
Okay.
So the bodyguards Chanwat assassinated her,
All right.
And then India went into a civil war right issue. All color singers were being targeted by
Oh, damn.
the Hindu majority. So then my mom had to escape from Taj Mahal province or nation. She go to Punjab because that was the safest.
Oh, okay.
That's like the homeland. That's like if you get attacked, you go to Nyeri because that's like
Home.
home.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
20 years, every
Yeah.
every 20 election, yeah.
So that fear kind of set. Like this place not gonna be safe for us for a while. So
But they were in Punjab, so
Yeah, but
it was still.
yeah, man. Amritsar, where the attack happened, was also in Punjab.
Oh.
So the riots, you never know, bro. You don't know.
You can be invaded by the army, right?
I mean, they can try 90. I don't know, 90, maybe 40% of the Indian army is anyway Kalasinga. So I don't think it would be.
Oh, okay.
It would be a difficult thing. Maybe even more than 40. But anyway, so I think that was one of the reasons that they sought out a reason to leave India.
Oh,
And the money was better here for my father, so why not?
And also, I've noticed that a lot of British Indians who are Hindu, not the Muslims entirely, have roots in Kenya and Uganda from the Amin days. And also a lot of Somalis in Sweden and Canada also have a lot of roots in Kenya first and then go elsewhere.
Yeah, Kenya is a good jumping off spot
Yeah.
for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay, it's interesting. We've been hanging out for a while, and I've never asked you that story of how your parents got here, you guys.
It's okay.
Huh?
Yeah, even me. It's not really.
And then I'm normally curious about people's origins.
Oh,
Me,
yeah.
like I'll need to know where you're from, where you're at, like how's your family doing, like because it tells me a lot about the way you would see life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, okay, like, if not for that assassination, you guys, you'd have been in India right now, you guys.
Maybe not, but I do think my father was a global citizen.
Oh, he was a
I-
traveler.
I think my father had it in him to leave India. And he left. And his cousin is the one who called him here. It's called chain immigration, which a lot of countries don't like.
Like
but-
it's kicking him.
Yeah, I love that shit, bro. It's the best. So his cousin had a workshop here, and my father was an expert in a lathe machine, and they got him. Yeah, and then came me in his testiculars.
But you guys, you're the first one, right?
Yeah.
It's just you and your sister.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just
But your grandma is in Punjab. Huh?
yes, my father's an orphan. Late orphan, not a tea. He was
Oh, okay.
he was
It's
born
like me.
like after a while he lost.
Oh.
And then my mom's mother is in Punjab. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, we should go to these guys. Watch you guys go in Punjab.
India, I think
Have you
you
ever wanted
guys,
to go to India?
Mumbai, you'd have a good time.
Yeah, me, I'd enjoy, man.
I know it's not one of my dream destinations, but I think I'd want.
I think
to see.
chaos
you'd
is
be
just-
very.
Of course, no, I'd like to see. Like I like going to see places.
Plus, it's cheap.
Like,
The money you make here has more value over there.
Have you been seeing those viral videos of some guy just serving food in the most disgusting way on Instagram? Everything.
It's
No.
the guy who fucking
Yeah, but you've seen that guy?
Yeah, bro.
That time his feet are right here next to the. In fact, some of the food is here. Like.
Yeah,
Huh?
I think
disgusting. bro.
I think the first time I saw that kind of thing was when they released Slumdog Millionaire. Remember that Slumdog Millionaire? You watched the film? You're just a child wala. Remember when he used to, they'd show how bad the streets were when he was growing up. I'm like, yeah, India.
Yeah, man.
But I'm sure those are just specific areas. Like if you
I
go and
think-
shoot a video at Mudurwa,
Yeah,
for example,
but
you'd think
for them because
Kenya
they're a
is
bigger
dump.
population.
I think it's their levels of poverty, bro.
uh,
The one in India is sometimes really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it's poverty pro max.
Yeah, man.
like,
like-
umepeleka mgonjwa India.
Hapana.
So when you go to India and you have to I haven't been, but I know my people have been. So you need to go with a caretaker because they have many doctors but few nurses.
Okay.
So the doctor will come treat your person, then aftercare is on you. So and it's like it's like a hospital. It's not the best hospitals in the world, but they have very good doctors mind wise. But they so like the hospitals are shit. Like watu wengi tu ni kama tu hawkers tu wingi, like there are many surgery. So every doctor na book
It's
zake.
like
Yeah.
it's like an industry. Or
Yeah.
something, huh?
So mamili tu ziko hapo, but the guys are really well read, so they know the body well. So and they're cheap, like so cheap because the competition is stiff. So unakuja, you're given your doctor, get your transplant, bounce. But aftercare is on you. Him won't care how is the patient now doing.
He has 400,000 people to take care of.
Yeah, man. At Aga Khan, they didn't give my mother enough aftercare, you guys.
I mean, I'm sorry, man.
They really sent her home, you guys.
Honestly, I feel like a lot of Kenyans who are in hospitals a lot of them pass on or get worse because of some doctors' attitudes.
Yeah, man.
Like I've seen such neglect with like, I'm like, oh, ilikuwa hiyo. Like so many misdiagnoses first happen because doctors are like, of course it's this. Yeah, like you have to be so. Sometimes I hear that you have to be so pursuant with a doctor to the point of irritating them for them to see.
Yeah.
The
I
point.
need you to have a better look at this situation. You know, like no, you nini.
That is true. I had a professor in university. He actually got a limp because he was misdiagnosed some cancer thing apparently.
Yeah.
But he got a limp. They did an operation. It wasn't fixed.
Yeah.
But then when he went to India, he just told him, "You just had I just had a digestion problem.
Serious.
You just need to like fucking drink more water or some shit." So he just got a limp because he was misdiagnosed in Kenya. But when in India, it's just something as simple like, hey, just drink water and a banana and you're going to be fine.
For real?
I swear to God, that's what he told us. And he did walk with a limp.
My uncle passed on because he had prostate cancer. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer. He went in for surgery. The prostate cancer was fixed, but he died from an infection after surgery.
Ish.
You're like, what?
But what the heck is that?
That's a bit ironic. You know, it's like,
like, what's that surely?
Yeah.
And then now they're like, you see on the release forms, they tell you this can happen.
Okay.
So when you're agreeing to surgery, this is a risk you know that can happen.
Yeah.
There's some infections that can happen after.
a complication.
So you have
after
to sign the
surgery.
dotted line.
That's why the conversation around surgery is normally very like,
Serious.
oh, unajua, sign hapa na hapa. They are not signing for your sake, they're signing for their sake.
Yeah, true.
Hey, unajua anything can happen. uko ndani, so,
Yeah, man. We had to sign a form where you tell them not to put your patient on life support, because if they put your patient on life support, in Kenya it's illegal to turn off life support.
Oh.
Of course,
So they'll be permanently there until they die.
Yeah, it's euthanasia. It's what it's called, where assisted dying.
So now my bro the first one.
Yeah.
It was him who was supposed to sign. You guys, that guy was depressed.
Of course, you can't sign things like
That's
that.
such a hard decision.
Yeah, but can you imagine signing that don't put my mom on life support? You guys,
That's even when you take someone due to the hospital, before they go, they ask, who are you to him?
Yeah.
Because once the form starts signing, a random guy who doesn't even... Kuna ule alisema ndio yeye tunaweza kuchinja. You can't-
But I never knew it was illegal to turn off life support over here, man.
No, like...
So now the bill will just accumulate as
Yeah.
your person is over there on breathing
That's such a
machines.
hard decision to make, man.
Yeah, man. It's
Have
nasty.
you ever had that joke where this hospital buys a big life support machine, right? And so they put guys on it, but every week someone dies. And it's state-of-the-art machine. So they're like, what the hell is happening to our nini? Until one day they observe the guy who comes to clean. Every day he comes to clean, anatoanga nini ndio charge simu.
For real.
Ana charge simu. I don't know if it's a joke, but I read somewhere. Msi ana charge simu kila siku, kumbe life support machine ya wase.
Cheki na kuna nyamazanga sana nikiweka simu yangu kwa charger hapa kwa hii place. It becomes very quiet.
Pengine ni kabambe tu anatoa.
Cheki the patient is like,
Imagine dying just so some guy can watch cat TikTok
man,
videos. Man.
on his way home.
Hata katika videos ndio akuwa na torch akimulika huko akifagia huko chini.
But you guys, that is nasty, you guys.
Because even if someone gets into a coma who you know, you guys will have to decide as a family who is going to be watching that person every night. One of your relatives, unless you want to make like personalized care and pay for it, you have to. One of your family has to come and sit with him the whole night. You sleep by their bedside, so because they can do something in the coma at any time. So you have to be there. So ndio wasivunje, asivurute wire, asifanye nini. So like kuna one
It's a 24-hour watch.
It's a 24-hour watch.
You know Michael Schumacher is in that state, huh?
To this day.
Yeah, man. So,
Man.
Really, one of the greatest
F1.
F1 drivers. Really?
yeah, man. Ironically, he got into that through a skiing accident.
Imagine.
Can you imagine after surviving all those Formula One things, then skiing accidents? What the heck is that?
His son is Mick Schumacher, right? He's a driver.
Is he doing well?
Ish. I think he's in the lower. Like, in F1, it depends on which car team you're in, because sometimes the car you drive determines how good you're going to do.
Yeah.
Because I believe the drivers are so close in skill
Oh, okay.
that the only difference is the car
Millisecond.
engineering.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The engineers.
The engineers are the ones that now determine who's winning. So maybe Red Bull has a good car, they have more chances of winning. So it depends which car you're given. See, like this, like whenever they have substitutes, like when Red Bull had a substitute, they couldn't play Verstappen, they played some other guy. He won also. So it's not like anybody else cannot win.
All right.
It's just he's the car
He's driving
itself,
the best car.
and it's also the best driver.
It's a game of inches. Like,
Yeah.
so how fast, how
Light,
like,
you know.
kidogo tu kuna wind ilikuwa hiyo siku ukapita mtu like maybe your car takes a bit like a second longer to hit top speed.
Yeah. Even for me, it's normally a game of inches.
I'm sorry, she'll come back. Check it. Ulemavu si kila mtu, sawa?
Z, okay. I need to reduce my...
Pole.
By the way, you know, I have a theory why Kenyan service, especially with professional, is so bad. I think
Kenyan what?
Just Kenyan professional level is so bad.
Both public and private sector.
I think
Uh-huh.
is something to do with the brain drain. Think of it this way:
Yeah.
you cannot expect the Kenyan football team to win the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
We have to first try for an Africa Champions Cup.
Africa,
Maybe even Uganda. Maybe we have to start by winning Uganda.
Sekafa.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe
Central East Africa.
even Central East. We have to. That's where our professionalism is at, and I think that reflects in every industry. Like we don't have the greatest doctors at the top level, bro. You know, it's on the same level as our football players. You know, our actors maybe. I don't know. I'm just putting in. I'm just saying like.
I feel like
Do you
maybe
normally-
There is a bit of that, like our scientists, our engineers, our architects. I think when it comes to the top level game, maybe it's just experience. I don't know what it is. We haven't been in the game long enough, but we're missing that. I think edge or just that focus as a people. Like, hey, we're focusing on getting this many engineers this year. You know what I mean? Like South Korea has engineers. China has engineers. They just produce engineers. India,
Even India.
engineers. You know, and then you just see the country, Japan engineers. Yeah, engineers. I mean, they're there, but I don't know. There's that high professionalism, that's high skill that's needed. That I think we're still gonna go get.
I think it also depends on the culture, like the scene of that. Like, let's say our athletes, right? The athletes who do long distance and are always winning
Top time.
marathons, doing that, because in Iten, in Ngong, there's a culture of excellence that's been
Yeah,
created.
heritage.
So it's like if you win in Kenya, bro, you know you are.
You're
Like the
top.
competition in Kenya is so stiff when you're here. It's like there's a culture of excellence that's been created, and I think if that culture that we can take like from our athletes can be put into other things, you see, because Kenyans have a way of just doing things. Is like we have the capacity to do it well, but not the attitude.
Yeah. I think yeah.
Yeah, like we kunachukulia tu like
We're lazy.
hapo katikati, like we don't pride ourselves in excellence.
But in the hotel industry in East Africa, at least, even in Dubai, many Kenyans are running those hotels.
Yeah, but you see, they're going to cultures that push them to be that excellent. You see?
No, they are brought because they're already.
So I'm saying, you see, you're skilled, like you have this skill, yeah? But I'm taking it to an environment that is going to push that skill of yours to another level, right?
Oh, so you're saying that level operating on high level here?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we create that culture of, say, like comedy, Sindio.
In fact, I was about to ask, do you think even us in comedy?
So let's say
I think
Of course,
let
like
him
when-
finish.
Yeah,
Let him
when you
finish.
go to other when you go to other countries whose comedy culture is already on a certain level, you can now see that if you go to that space, you realize, I'm more talented than this guy, naturally speaking. I have a better aptitude for comedy. But this guy has grown up in an environment where there was more comedy clubs. There was a space where the effort I was putting in was being rewarded equally. You see, so if the effort I'm putting into something is being rewarded equally or even more, it means that I can see there's a progression. Like I know if I'm in America and I do comedy for at least 6 years, I can make a living from it. You see,
If you're good.
yeah.
And
But
you-
so I'm just saying. So like, if I'm partially good, I can be average, but because of the system I was created in, even being the average of that system, generally, niko poa. In Kenya, you can be the best here, but because of the system you're in, you're achieving a very mediocre space.
Although, just on that, I think that's true, but I think we have some sort of an advantage because we can reference, we have so much to study. There's so much material. You know, the earlier comedians didn't have so much to study. You know how many comedy specials are released?
Yeah,
All
true.
these podcasts, I think I heard. And every podcast with a comedian, you learn, Kumba, there's a way I can do that. This guy, you learn quite a lot. So I think that we do have an advantage there. But yes, the environment of actually going in and practicing does affect on how good. So I guess, but sometimes I think the only way to combat that is to rise up to the occasion. Just because you don't have those many comedy clubs, you just improve your writing so much that your performance just has to meet you there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you see, but how do people rise to that challenge?
That's what I'm saying. We
don't have that culture of excellence where someone says, and in Kenya it's funny because I always say we're a third world country with first world tastes. Like we've been exposed to watching movies from Hollywood, we've been exposed to watching Chris Rock and Kevin Hart. So Kenyans demand more from their artists than from their government. So we are okay with a mediocre hospital, but this kind of movie better be good. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we don't, and it's an environment. We are products of a mediocre hospital, product of a mediocre school system. Yes, if I was born by the rich Anyang Nyong'o, I would have been Lupita and gone and won an Oscar.
You see?
Yeah.
Exactly. If given the opportunity,
Yeah.
we can do excellence.
So
We
that's
have
why you
that.
perform better in another environment.
Yeah, like
Naturally.
South Korea didn't have a movie industry that worked for a very long time. Then one time the government was like, our national budget, we are setting aside this amount of money over the next decade to improve our art scene. Bro, now you're watching Squid Games, you're watching all those on like Netflix, the whole South Korea section.
BTS,
Yeah.
your daughters are listening to BTS.
Yeah.
Do you know how much Somali ladies love BTS,
Yeah.
bro?
BTS is a Korean band.
This Korean singers,
Bad
bro.
boy band.
Eish.
Thanks for asking for me.
Yeah, I've seen the look. Yeah.
Even we're watching
but-
Korean anime. It's
I
interesting.
actually noticed there are these Korean pop groups.
Yeah, so what the
They doing
government...
when Trevor Noah was hosting.
Yeah, Bass.
These are
Kina Ling
groups
Hao,
which-
yeah.
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 So it's a product of that policy.
The moment even Nigeria, they got to a place where in the 90s we were producing for mass. You see, they realized no one was telling the African story, so they started producing music, movies, so now whenever people, why is Nigerian music called Afro pop? You see, not Niger pop, or it used to be called Nigerian music kitambo, but then they said they're going to own
The beat.
the
bit.
continent. Like the Nigerian identity became there.
Yeah.
And that's why Kenya and South Africa, we like, even us, we are,
But at least South Africa have their own house beat.
Yeah, but then they don't call it, they call it by their own, like, who is the biggest,
Piano house.
go and who are the biggest streaming artists in Africa on Spotify. At least number 1 to 10 are Nigerian. Then
Yeah.
maybe Diamond, a random South African guy.
It's Diamond when he uses the Nigerian beats.
Yeah.
And I think Australia also had something similar.
Yeah.
That's, I think 70% of the content on Australian media
Yeah.
is gonna be made by Australians.
Yeah.
But I think they didn't only do that. I think they also pumped in money
Yeah.
for artists to just create shit. That's why AC/DC had a lot of albums, I think.
Yeah.
That's why there's a lot of Australian bands that grew from there.
Let me give you a practical example. Last year, I won a Kalasha Award.
But they congrats.
Thank you,
Shout out to that.
Shout out to
award,
Tai.
Mazejo.
I have never been given my prize money for the Kalasha Award.
You've never been given?
Yeah. Despite the minister at that time coming and promising I'm doubling the amount.
Babu Hana Mwamba.
I'm doubling the amount. To this day, the best they've written to us is to write to us to remind us, na hatujawalipa bado.
Damn, you guys.
So, that's a sin, right? Kalasha is our Oscars.
Yeah.
Sindio?
Damn again.
So, what's the incentive for me not to say, just go back to 9 to 5?
Yeah, true, Maze.
So-
So go back to lawyering.
Yes.
I think
If you're not even gonna get your top prize money after wearing
think
a
it-
tax.
I think that's why the art Kenya is going to produce is going to be very such high quality, because the things you have to go through to just make it feel good. But I think if you do it for the awards, it's good. You don't care. But it's the money that really is bothering me because.
But
So
you,
what's the
You do deserve the money, bro. There's money, you deserve the
So
money.
Babu never given his half. So until he releases his half, then they won't release
Is
the
that
half.
what they said?
Yeah.
Okay. See, what your half at least kulanga.
Sindio?
Yeah, but.
Wachana
na hiyo haba.
nakumbuka watu wako na pesa yangu nasema nyinyi.
But that's
that
so
is sad.
fucked up, man. That's
know,
so
yeah.
bad.
So unasema hizi doza gava tujazidish bro.
Bro, mimi alikuwa anatuma na former commissions juu ya youth talanta hela nasema si mtulipe kwanza yetu.
Mazesi ungeambia at least wafulize. Huh? I'm sure their fuliza limit is.
How long has
2
it been?
meters.
You said a whole year?
No, the award was in December.
it's nearly a year.
I'm waiting for them to advertise for this.
Then we go on.
Then I'm like, hey guys. And I think by now they kind of should have. I think that's why they're.
Maybe they'll pay you right before this year's Kalasha. award.
Then they should say it. Yeah.
But you guys, that's boring. Yeah? To say the least.
They can give the award. Just give the money, bro. What's the.
Ama you guys, did they give you like a trophy?
Yeah, I have like a trophy at home. It looks nice. They gave me
Have you ever gone to a pawn shop to ask how much this is?
like a gift hamper. No, I like it. It reminds me of things I've done.
Maybe that trophy is golden. You
It is not golden.
Maybe you can make Kedo 9 sock with the trophy alone.
At best, it's copper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you guys, these guys have copped out of
Remember Twitter humor.
Oh, yeah.
On Twitter, guys think when they are funny, they are funny.
But you guys,
I mean, it works.
Puns.
No, it works, but I'm saying if they think it translates to real life.
Yeah.
If I can do puns online, it means I'm funny in real
But how
life.
are you feeling about disappointment? Mad disappointment?
Yeah.
Like at what point did you? I'm sure by now.
No,
you
like
sort
it's-
of given up.
No, it's systemic. It's like for me, it shows of a larger government failure.
What this guy was talking about,
Yeah, like it's
like lack of excellence.
yeah. How do you sit in you go to work every day at the film commission, and hujawai lipa watu, hujawai waambia kitu. Like it's it's one thing. Hey guys, listen, man. Enyewe pesa ni kidogo, shike ni. Or just tell us hatukulipi.
Yeah.
But when you just chill, now think of the guys whose pensions have not been paid and they retired to how many years later. Think of we have a problem with excellence in our country. We are so comfortable with mediocrity.
Yeah, true, Mazi.
Na hiyo uniwasha sana.
Yeah, true. And that's why I was extrapolating it to comedy and even this podcast.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get some comments. There's a guy in the last podcast who posted that everyone is now doing a podcast, but this one looks so cheap.
Hey.
Like, does it truly? You guys, does this podcast look cheap, you guys? So, considering the hard, to be honest, I'm trying again.
No, it's not. Something like that. That's something I'm just saying. We are a third world country with first world tastes. You see, huyo mtu mwambie kama ameenda kutetea kwa hospitali yao itengenezwe wapate madawa.
No, if this,
you know what I'm saying? Like the things that are of importance, it's the thing that he's consuming for free.
that he's saying, look.
If this is the one I want to be the best, you see.
But you see, if this podcast looks like this in a year,
there's a problem.
Yeah, there's a problem.
There's a problem.
Yeah.
If you have no growth,
Yeah.
then that's on you.
Yeah, true.
Honestly, just take that as feedback and Sawa, he says it looks cheap, sindio? Sawa. So what about it looks cheap? Is it because of the quality of the camera?
Or the background?
Is it because they feel you should have structured it in a different way?
You should be wearing ties or something.
Whatever it is, you can ask them, okay, what is cheap about it? And then you can have that negotiation of, okay, maybe I could change this, I could change that. You see?
Single angle.
Yeah, true, maybe.
If you had me, I'd tell you, when did you start the podcast?
February.
February.
Yeah.
If in February it still looks the same, there's a problem. You have not changed venues.
But even when you came last, we weren't in this room.
Exactly, I'm trying to see there is growth that's happening around us being hard on yourself.
No, as in my point was when I was bringing that up. Like, if we are a country which condones a lot of lack of excellence, like you have to ask yourself, at your level of operation,
so do you think
are you being excellent?
Would you say,
See, that's what we're going back to. If you said at the Aga Khan Hospital, those are the venues of excellence. That's where we're supposed to be best of the best.
Aga Khan Hospital,
even there, we're not getting then.
Is one of the most expensive hospitals to be treated at.
Yeah.
it requires one of the biggest. So like if so that if someone tells you this podcast of yours looks cheap, does it ask you to improve?
Yeah, it does.
Then he served his purpose.
Good job, thanks.
Good job. You see.
What else can we improve? Let us know in the email down below. Not comments. I think it hurts your feelings sometimes.
No. Comments is it's fine. But now my point is
Because even us when we talk, she's like, I'll say, have you considered blah blah blah? So we talk about the podcast. I'm like, yeah, I think you should do this. I think you should do this. The one thing I can say is funga your podcast. But I can tell you, Manu, I think maybe with the guests you could
improve.
You could. Oh, you know what? The picture looks kind of weird. Get a better phone. You see?
Yeah.
Because you're for someone you're being compared with someone. He just has to go scroll down and see the next podcast.
Yeah, true.
So of course, because now whether you like it or not,
you find mic check up
you're competing with mic check. You're competing with
Ikonini.
Joe Rogan.
Man Talk.
Rogan.
I've been on Man Talk, and they were like really professional about the way they did that.
Yeah, how's it?
Man Talk is they
have like 18 cameras.
no like 3.
Do they have chicks for twerking during the podcast?
No, the chicks are the ones manning the cameras.
Checking the chicks during the podcast.
No,
This is very, very nice environment.
The chicks are the ones manning the podcast.
All right.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, and who else have I talked to? Ben Psycho.
All right.
Yeah.
How's Ben Psychos?
It's good. Like they all this year he's changed venues. They are doing a new thing where it's questions where people send in things and then they take out and read and they start discussing.
Okay.
And it's good to see people step up in the game. Now you have to look at your podcasting and be like, yikes, am I stepping up
Yeah.
to that space? You see?
At your level, I think.
At your level, you have to think like. So even me in the comedy space, right? Whenever like a man has just done a 1 hour, you see.
Yeah.
I'm like.
Really shout out to a man.
Yeah, man, right? So I have to ask myself, like, a man is my peer, right? If he can't drive excellence by himself, there has to be a demand for. So I'm like, what can I do to be closer to that level? You see? Yeah. So like, you have to ask yourself a lot of questions.
Yeah. So I think back to these guys. I don't think they're asking themselves any questions. Huh?
Like I guess
the Kalasha guys.
I think it's maybe they're asking the questions, but they're asking the wrong questions. Because bro, I may have this great joke that everybody laughs whenever I say it. I say expecting a politician to fix the country is like expecting a bank robber to fix the printer while he's leaving. He's not here to improve the situation. He's here to steal the money. Yeah. And at that, I think we are excellent. Our credit rating, we have IMF loans. We know where is it going? People are stealing.
Ruto ametufinya mpaka tukatoboa ya another year. We have been greenlighted by IMF for another billions.
Guys from
World Bank. Is it World Bank or IMF? One of them. It's the same thing.
It's a temporary success.
Yeah, but you see, before that, we'd have gone the Ghana route. Because that's where we were inching towards. Yeah. So we'd be given a clean bit of health for more.
I mean, I think it's just bought time.
Yeah, as it's called. But even we got enough money to buy the time.
No, but you've read about the Laffer curve, right?
Yeah.
The more you tax the population, now they'll start looking for ways to hamper that tax.
Exactly. So like that's where we are heading to. But I'm saying, even them they can see economy could have potential flani. Like we're also their cash cow.
We literally are.
The World Bank and IMF, we are also their cash cow. So they just get too easy.
Okay. Oh yeah. Because they're the ones who are demanding this.
They're making money off
regime.
us. Yeah, they make money off the interest we pay back.
I'm sure they make sick interest. Huh?
Of course. Do you see the average IMF or World Bank official when they're in Kenya? Oh my God.
Oh, they're given like...
they live the best life. They have the best security. They live the best life. We have to please them at every... Because that report needs to go back
clean.
So, like you sneezed in the direction, this economy is going to fall.
Yeah. You remember that one called Diop? I think it was called Diop. The one he was having a party. And then Lucy Kibaki really went there and told them to switch off those systems.
Really?
But now we can't do that. Mama Ruto can't go and say that now. Yeah, because
maybe that's because they won't have a party.
No, they will next to State House. Yeye ndiye ataenda kuzima aseme tuweke maombi.
Maybe because Kibaki had banked on China.
Yeah, you see Kibaki the economy was much healthier. So you could afford to tell this guy unataka nini bana.
Yeah, Zima radio.
So, before then, Moi's time, it was the government of Britain giving you loans. Your colonizer would give you proper loans. But now we kind of shifted.
But they come to think of it, maybe you haven't been paid because, government has a lot of austerity measures right now.
Listen, bruv.
And probably
Even-
the first
even,
cuts
like-
are coming to arts.
There's a friend of mine who used to do tenders. He used to supply police with food. So, like, he's never been paid.
You see, that's
And
why.
then, not only that,
Yeah.
people don't want to take those tenders
Yeah.
for Gava
Yeah.
because they're not getting paid, you guys.
But you see, a culture of excellence would say, let's say I work in that office, whichever office I work in as a civil servant, the politician has messed up. Sindio? It's my duty to go and tell the people who are owed the money, because of this and this, we can't pay you. But when you just go silent,
Yeah.
you see,
That problem of mine is me and you guys.
of course, the amount of government, the amount of money that government owes locally is
Yeah.
immense.
Like this guy was telling me he had to even, luckily his wife has a job.
Yeah.
So he has to go to his wife to even ask for money for a haircut. you
Yeah.
guys.
T-bills,
Yes.
T-bonds, those things that used to be secure.
The guy just chills in his office in the house.
So people would lend government bonds and they get money like in 3 months. Now it's being taken like 1 year, 2 years.
No, are they postponing the
Yeah.
the date of payment?
Yeah.
Oh,
So now the bonds are
because
taking longer to be paid.
defaulting on that is like Ghana level of
But you see now, what will you do to your own
Economic.
government? Unajua, the government will first care about its externals before utapata nini gawe kata kulipa.
no, but it's very hard for them to default on those ones.
Yeah, but
That's
what
a terrible sign.
yeah, but you see, they're taking longer, and they're making it more expensive to withdraw katikati. You see, and then the payment is now takes longer to be paid back.
Yeah.
You see, so if I take out a bond, a government bond, and kitambo there were those which had a very short return investment.
Yeah, true.
Now it's
It's a longer span.
yeah, it's a longer. Of course, they'll keep advertising because they need money.
Maybe they haven't paid you because this till number payment thing hasn't kicked in properly.
But you see, that's what I'm talking about. The average civil servant is so demoralized either because of culture or because they don't. There are very few people who work for government who have that zeal to just
yeah. That's,
like just be average at your job. You know.
You know, it's not even them, but I think there are people who go in with that.
Yeah.
But the system you find yourself in,
Yeah.
it kills that zeal.
Yeah,
also.
so Junasema, because of
Yeah.
that, you know, there are things which I think like should be a sort of personal initiative, right? Like there are things I should feel shame. You see, if I work in an office where passports zilikuwa zina take how long before zitengenezwe, ati passport moja na take miezi 4. You have to ask yourself, even within that office, when you meet up together, why is someone being promoted? Amefanya nini?
because mse amekula hizo doza kutengeneza printer. Jo. So I think that's why you lose the zeal. Because you know this Mercedes Benz that my colleague has was for fixing the printer.
Yes. So now,
So you're like, why should I even bother?
printer iliharibika, si ndio? You know, if the civil servant in their duty, they know that. Unajua politician hakulangi peke yake.
Yeah, there's a chain.
The civil servants are also some of the most corrupt.
Yeah, true.
That you know, if I give the bribe, itatoka your passport. Si ndio?
Yeah.
Si kuacha printer iko. Ni prioritizing, si ndio? No one wants to kitu ikiharibika ita take forever kabla concession moja ifanye. Oh my, I know I was an intern at a government space.
All right.
And I'm telling you, the stability of government jobs at that time makes people very lazy.
Just chilling.
Like you can walk in. I'm working as the intern. I'm like, can I do this? Can I do that? Can I do this? Huyu ni moto tu ako nayo huyu. You see, and of course you get why, because they've been there for. There's no, you don't not get paid regardless of where you're paid. You know, it's not like working for someone who tells you, bro,
There's no target.
sile ya mazeshi imeona venye leo watu wamekuja wangapi, shika hii pesa tukulipe kidogo
Bwana
huko.
penye kumeenda.
So huko gava you're assured over.
But check.
That's why when you're self-employed, the way you hustle is different from the.
Maze.
But
Yeah.
but teachers and nurses were also not getting paid. So
Yeah.
maybe even Gava.
But you see, the
jobs are
hardworking,
not
the hardworking teacher and the lazy teacher get paid the same salary.
socialism.
Like it's like we are really tied to. There are no performance contracts. You see, they are tied to be introduced some time back by government. But the thing is, as long as I show up, even if my kids for the last 5 years have been getting D's in math, you know, I should just try and see if I can get like 5 of them to get to C level. If I'm a teacher, you know. So, Ian, you're nasema the fact that we use the excuse of, hey man, nikubaya. If everyone improved just slightly, what's that Japanese Kaizen? If you all just say, yes, this is corrupt, but I can improve up to here, then and you will notice a culture of excellence around you.
Yeah.
Because when everyone is a bit shifty, even the temptation to be shifty is very easy.
Yeah.
It means everyone
I
is
think
doing
there's a
it.
Kaizen even in the reverse.
Yes. the more like si tunafanya hivi, then everyone
I do believe it's
Yeah.
a cultural thing.
it's very cultural.
Because I was speaking to, I don't know, a Rwandese, I don't know if it was DVK, but
Yeah.
he was telling us that there's no way a cop can sit in a matatu or the equivalent of a matatu and just get a bribe and walk away. Like the people, like it's a cultural, like to them it'll tick them off. That's something that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
That's like jerking off in a matatu. People like, hey, butok up, man. That's when
right.
people will
So
speak
the
up.
culture is soaked in.
Here they'll just say, he just left with a bribe. People will talk to each other, he's getting bribed, and then the bribe will take place and people will move on. But there it's a thing that people call out. I think we also have a snitches get stitches kind of culture.
like you eat yours and
Yeah, you like people's. I think one belief is that whenever we find anybody corrupt, the only reason we hate them is what people say is that because we are not him. If we were in his position, we'd be doing the same things, eating the money, and I kind of believe that's true because it's not like all these corrupt people were brought in are foreign agents. No, they literally grew up here. They had the opportunity to live within this culture. This is what the culture's taught them, and this is what they become. They're literally a representation of us.
Yeah, true,
so
man.
I think Kenya was there between December 2002 and December 2003. Because remember, after Kibaki came in, there was such an anti-corruption fervor that guys would arrest cops and take them to the police station.
if you're found to be corrupt.
Pana inchi ya kitu kidogo hatutaki.
Yeah.
But because of government slacking with punishing the individuals, people are like, then why should I waste my time?
They lost the zeal.
Yeah.
Like
Then,
whistleblowers need to be rewarded.
yeah, you see, so now you got to a place where now, kutoka kwa, okay, I don't have to waste my time to report. Then, okay, I'll turn a blind eye to that happening. To, I'll participate. The Kaizen was going that way.
They reverse you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is sad. But hopefully you guys, they'll see this video and
Hopefully,
the hashtag pay tie.
Goja.
tumia tie,
Goja Kalasha iannounce officially.
tumia title number TTT.
Yeah, but this is
Because, I wanted to, I started calling the winners to be like, yeah, guys, let's just write a demand letter with a lawyer and everything. Then I realized everyone was afraid to be victimized.
yeah. There's that too. Yeah.
So I realized because it wasn't my sin. I just got my money and I bounced. I realized, this is for the actors, for the producers, for the directors. They're afraid of being blacklisted. You see.
By who now?
See, now the commission.
Oh, okay.
Because Kalasha is by the film commission, right? So they're afraid of being blacklisted. And I talk to guys, hey, fanya lakini, usiweke jina yangu.
Yeah. So they want to fight her, but then they just want to cheer from the sidelines.
Yeah. Because them, it's, as actors, it's their daily bread. You see.
Which they're not getting.
Does Kalasha give people jobs? How would you build? How would a blacklisting by Kalasha affect your career?
The film commission.
Just the whispering.
No, because you see now you maybe funding for your next film, and also maybe because having that award when you're an actor opens doors for you.
So, again, in conclusion, the government should improve.
They should do better.
In conclusion,
You guys, Kaizen. Maybe a Japanese should come and teach the Kenyan government the principle of Kaizen. You guys. Maybe there's a market for that.
Kaizen, Ikigai, all of them.
Check out the right to train you on Kaizen.
Do you know? I watch a lot of anime, and there are some Kikuyu words which are also Japanese. You see the way their English is spoken very similar to like your Shirabi in Kikuyu. It's like they don't have L's like Kikuyu. And so I was watching, like in Kikuyu when you're waking someone up, it's okira. So I'm watching this Japanese, this guy is like, okira. Okay, I'm like, these are the exact same. It's the exact same word.
Even for them, it means the same thing.
Yeah, wake up.
Maybe you guys were Japanese in a previous lifetime.
I don't know. Everyone is Kenyan technically, so.
You guys. Everyone is from Eastern Kenya, you guys.
Yeah, man, not a lie.
Homo freaking habilis.
How's your trip to South Africa, bro?
Yeah, more hetero habilis, but it was.
Men don't like homogenized milks.
That joke got the same reaction on Saturday.
Man, like I feel like he joke my force lazima niingiane nikala.
But there's another day kill it. It's just the timing. The timing is what is off.
Let's go with that. Let's go with timing. Well, the trip was good. I've been South Africa twice this year.
Yeah, nice.
For comedy. The first time I went to Cape Town, did a few shows. And then the next time I went to a place called Bloemfontein.
Hey.
All right.
They had a comedy festival there.
Hey, nice.
And then when I was Bloemfontein, I then came back to do some shows in Joburg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's the Bloemfontein one? Was the one for the festival?
It was the festival, the inaugural Bloemfontein Comedy Festival.
Oh, nice. You're being hosted by who? Chris Mapane.
Yeah, a South African comedian. He's been in the game for like, I think 17 years or
17 years.
12 to 17 years. His name is Chris Mapane.
Ah,
Yeah, so Chris, or like some people call him a pain.
all right.
Yeah, there's some American comics that are like, yo, we are here with Chris Mapane.
All right. They can't say Mapane.
You know, like they're like, no, it's Mapane.
Like I had.
Oh, we are with Chris Mapane.
There's another guy who was calling Andrew Kibe Kaib.
Of course.
Check it. Listen, Kaib. Stop this misogynist shit.
You've not used your Google Maps in Langata. Take it right at Kitengela Road.
All right.
Kitengela.
Kitengela.
That's the way I'm gonna be saying I'm staying when I meet chicks from La Viga. Chick, where do you say Kitengela?
Yeah.
Sounds fancy. Is Bloemfontein in it's in which city?
Bloemfontein is a city itself.
Oh, right.
It's in a place called the Free State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Free State. It's like the Nanyuki.
Oh.
It's like you get to Nairobi and then you drive 4 hours. Same.
All right. Is it like super developed?
Well, it's very ranchy. There are very many big ranches around. And they're very proud of their city. You know, it's also like, yeah, welcome to the Free State.
Oh, okay.
And then they have beef with Durban and Joburg and Cape Town because they have that. This is the city. You know, it's like US and the South.
All right.
Like New York was known, and it was known. Then like the South got something to say.
Oh, okay.
But then they're not in the South. They're somewhere inland.
Is it like Nairobi city in comparatively? I mean, it looks better.
No, I think Nairobi is bigger than Bloom.
Oh, it does. It is. Huh?
Yeah, Nairobi is not as big as Cape Town and Joburg, but I think it's slightly bigger than Bloom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bloom is,
But
it's
cleaner?
prettier. It's cleaner and it's prettier. It's a strange town, but
It's like Naivasha, but a clean version.
it's like Nanyuki, but way bigger. Like Nanyuki became a city.
Oh, okay. Many whites.
Yeah, South Africa generally has a lot of whites, but Cape Town is one which has the most whites. If you know.
Oh, yeah.
Cape Town has a lot of white people.
Like,
Like there's some places we went to Cape Town, and I didn't see black people for a while.
oh, okay.
Like
Must have been nice.
The holiday.
like you know, like in Cape Town, Shangaza was when I first met my white beggar.
Oh, okay.
You know, like yeah, there are 1 million white people in Cape Town, in South Africa, living below the poverty line.
Shit.
So now, and you know, like the thing, but even he was still white as a beggar. He was polite.
Oh, okay.
They come with a sign.
It's a nice
Please
bit.
help. It's raining. He has a raincoat, and then he's like a bit dirty, but he's like, please help. I'm like, Ma. Then Kimathi, you won. like I know they're white beggars, but seeing them, you know,
Yeah.
like someone coming to ask you for money and they're white, I'm like,
Yeah.
hata wewe wacha.
Chikuni CIA.
Ah, bana hizi ni nini sasa hizi? Then I'm the one who is shocked, you know.
Yeah. Oh, the rest of the guys are like, this is kawaii.
Yeah, but also another thing I noticed at Cape Town, like their beggars are so strange. You see the way here at Chicken Inn, some place, ukitoka hapo nje, someone wants, si unipatie ile kidogo. Then when you finish the bones like this, those guys get into the where you guys are eating.
All right.
Like umemaliza, umeacha hiyo nini yako, umeenda kulipa pale, ama umeenda kuosha mkono. Those guys come and start eating from your bones, man. That thing shook me to my core.
Okay. Both the whites and the blacks.
Those ones were colored. They were in the in-betweens.
Oh, they Cape Town.
Yeah.
Those guys have variety.
They have variety.
But the colored guys are normally upset. Huh?
Yeah, because even when I was doing comedy, like different jokes worked for different places. There were rooms which were mostly black. There were rooms which were mostly white and woke and maybe upper class black. And then there were places where we went to just colored.
I saw you in a colored room.
Yeah, the colored room now. The colored room was the ones who, you know, like the woke ones are woke, like the white people are woke. Like before they start, hi guys, my name is Katie. She, her.
For real.
And then she continues with her tirade of comedy.
With the
right?
bombing.
Yeah, but you know, like, yeah, oh, you know, yeah. You know those comedians. So hey guys, because the patriarchy wouldn't let me. Of course, I will let more questions.
You mean
It's different.
I'm kidding, I'm
It's
joking.
levels. There's levels to this game.
I was talking about
Yeah. So it's that
Hey, my dude.
So
I'm kidding.
we are fighting the patriarchy and and that's good. Because remember this venue I went to, and then I met Loyiso Gola. That's Cape Town.
Hey,
Damn.
And he's just standing outside. He asked, "Can I get a spot?" I'm like, "You're freaking Loyiso Gola. Everyone in the world wants to give you a
Yeah,
spot."
true.
But he wasn't on the list, so he
Oh, you have to ask for the spot.
so he
right?
came. He performed. Then I performed after him, man.
Hey, you followed Loyiso Gola,
Oh
you
my
guys.
God, it
Ah,
was-
yeah, you guys.
hey, dope, man.
Shout out to Ty for following Loyiso.
He
And
opened for me.
How did it go?
It
Was
wa-
it hard to follow?
Yeah, he's a hard act.
He
to follow.
Maliza guy.
Oh man, and he just happened to be in town for rugby,
Oh,
and then
okay.
he felt like he needed to do comedy and was somewhere in there.
That's in Cape Town, right?
Yeah, that's in Cape Town. So he was like, like the British, what it Amash? It can shoot guns. It can shoot bullets underwater. What needs to shoot bullets underwater? Like
But how come Loyiso he's hilarious?
Yeah.
But how come he's not as big as, say, Trevor Noah? 'Cause
He is big.
He's-
What do you mean?
No, in terms of internet presence, he has a few. His followers are not that
no,
many.
I think it's that thing where
Even online.
No, but
he
like,
didn't get
for-
like massive support.
for comedian achievements, he has them. Like he's performed at the Apollo.
Yeah.
He has a Netflix special. But I think also he never go. Trevor went outside stand up. Trevor had a story that was so interesting. He went.
Then he had the complexion for the direction
if maybe, and then
in
also
order to get the interception.
shut up. I was like- but you see, I think South Africa, they have their own politics there. But I'm saying the whole him being very, he's also very African.
Yeah.
Like when I met him, he said he'd never come back to Kenya.
Oh, he said that.
Yeah. I'm not doing no comedy in these African countries anymore. They're
Why?
not paying me my money.
Oh, for real?
So apparently he came in. So I told him, I'm like, yeah, like you know a guy called Eric.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yeah, Eric is my friend. Tell him to give me my money.
For real?
I'm like, yo, what the hell is? I'm like, no, I think Eric for everything, pesa atakulipa.
Yeah.
So like, no, tell that Eric. So I became a big. I didn't want to talk to me after he heard I was from Kenya for the longest time.
Damn.
I'm like, okay, what's this? So like, that country of yours. I'm like, hey, okay, what's up?
Ama kina nani didn't pay him, kina chache.
So that's later when you find out. So now I'm making calls huko Kenya saying mazee kwani mlituchomea nini huko.
Yeah.
So after a while we realized it was Eric Omondi.
Shit. That's a nice twist.
I know, like we never realized. Like we were so in our heads.
Yeah.
So I think that something he was supposed there's a half amount he says Eric Omondi still owes him.
Yeah.
So the guy called Ndumiso Lindi. Ndumiso had to prevail upon him
Uh-huh.
and be like, yo, listen, it's a different scene. That guy was from a different place. It's not the same guys. Next time you go to Kenya, there's a scene that would work really well. for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
So, because him when he came, he maybe didn't enjoy even the. Usually, with the guys, that time they'd come all of them. The guys are performing like at 3 a.m.
Yes.
It wasn't a. You see,
Did he tell you about that show where they performed it? Where they
I could tell that's what he was
all-
talking about.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
He said the structure was off, right?
He had these problems with it. It was like, oh, they performed a bit late. He was like, he just wanted to leave. He just coming from Rwanda. Because him, it was just a travel stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So but I think maybe he didn't feel the love. Even a lot of Kenyans don't know that Loisos came and performed here as well.
Yeah.
A lot of the Kenyans who
He
did
performed in
appreciate
Mombasa
his-
also.
And the Kenyans would appreciate his style of comedy didn't know he was around.
He
You
needs
see.
to come and check out our scene, man.
Yeah, but you see now we have some growth to do before you convince him that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Look, like the comedian who went to South Africa and bombed thoroughly.
Yeah.
And South African comedians thought Kenyan comics are shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Huh?
yeah.
Because you guys
we are
comics
just
are-
like a Harambe Stars. Whatever, as good as Harambe Stars is, maybe we're.
No, but now the reason it was a heavy impact problem was this comedian had many followers. Okay, so they're like, if this guy is bombing with all these followers, Sembuse, you guys, we're back to Sembuse. Huh? So these are these other niggas who. So I remember Doug was telling me he had to when he went on stage, they were mildly surprised.
Yeah.
That this guy is
That
good.
this guy is
Yeah.
good. He's doing a modern style.
Must be
and
his
he's killing it.
Canadian side.
So I think things like you going, Doug, I
Yeah.
think it helped sort
Yeah,
our
I
image
think-
out.
Yeah, because the first time when I went, like I was the one in the deep end. Like it was a big show. I was like, okay. Then I was like, hi guys, and then that. So then after that, I was just before a guy called Calvin Goldstone.
Hey, that guy is a killer.
So Calvin is a killer, you know.
Killer.
So,
have you ever
like-
seen his special?
And now that's when I found out. Oh, Kumba, he works in cruise ships. He does all these things. He was just a guy I was sitting next to. We were just talking. So I did well. I didn't do amazing the first one. And then Calvin was neck. He went up, he killed. I was like, what was I doing on stage?
Yeah.
You know? So that made me think, okay, in Cape Town, I did 7 shows, different spaces, in 5 days. So by the time I was doing the last show, it was now, I had gotten a rhythm of what the South African crowd
Would like.
what jokes would not work, what jokes would work. So now, when I came back to Kenya, and now they were like, yo, we heard you did really well in Cape Town, we'd like you to come, would you? So when I went now to Bloemfontein, now that one I was a bit seasoned.
Oh, okay.
That one was like, yeah, because that one I performed, and then a guy called Q Dube performed.
Yeah, this is
and
Zimbabwean.
then Celestin Tuli.
Oh, nice.
So like you are with proper heavy hitters who, and then Chris Mapane has opened for you, and you know
that guy is a beast host. Huh?
Yeah, this is a bit. You're very similar. This is like he likes some drama. So even when he was being introduced, he wanted the stage to come from, he wanted to jump from below the stage.
All right.
Yeah, he did. Chris Mapane,
All right.
you know, he enjoyed
Like,
that showmanship. Yeah, so it was done in a big theater, 2,000 plus.
Wow. Yeah. Was
Yeah.
it full?
No, it wasn't full, but even if it wasn't full, it was a lot of people, probably like 1,000
Like
plus.
the laugh was, yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
Ish,
a
that's
loud
a
laugh.
lot.
Yeah, so even when I went to Bloom, and then them, it's a different language they speak there. There, I think they speak Soto.
Oh, okay.
They don't speak Kosa Zulu, so they speak Soto there. So because they're very close to Lesotho.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so they're very proud. Like they have that kind of mentality for like Sisa Tuwezi Ambiwa. We are the ones who are the real so that our girls are the hottest. We are the funniest kind of thing. Underground mentality happening with them. But now when I went on stage in Bloemfontein, I was doing really well. Then this girl started heckling me.
Who?
Someone on stage, someone there.
Uh-huh.
So like I did a joke, and then she said talking to me.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing as bad as being heckled in a language you don't understand.
Yeah, true. So was
Because you don't know how to reply.
yeah.
Are they saying something good? Are they saying something bad? You know.
So when was the audience laughing?
I'm like, oh my god, what is this baby?
But was the audience reacting to that heckle? Were they laughing?
Yeah, but at first then they started getting annoyed.
Oh, okay.
You see, the joke I was doing about how when couples are still together, you can tell how long they've been together. And now she had pointing to this couple who was in front of her.
Yeah.
At them now. Hey, look, hey, whatever. And that's how it started in my head. Of course, that's not what he was saying.
Yeah.
And then so like I struggled a bit in them, like, what is this person even saying? So it's like, oh, I'm going to take whatever you're saying as a compliment because I can't understand anything you're saying. And now the crowd started laughing and they started shushing her. And then now from there on, now it got like really good. Like now the laugh is loud. You know when you had a good set and that you can hear the laugh from.
You can remember.
You can
feel it.
you can hear the laugh coming. You know, like.
Yeah.
And now there's the excitement of these are not people in my culture. There are people who are laughing about things about my life.
Yeah.
And they don't even know they're in another country.
These are just jokes, bro.
Yeah, this is just, and so it felt so good. So I went off stage. So, but before I went on stage, this guy called Qdube told me, Ty, promise me one thing. I need to make it very difficult for me to go there, brah. Kill prop. I need to make it hard for me to go after you.
That was the psych he gave you.
Yeah. So like, cause they have that culture of like, they want to also find the crowd.
Oh, okay.
Or, like don't let them waste their first 5 jokes trying to bring up the crowd.
Leave it in a high.
Yeah. So now it was. Then I performed, and then Celestin Tuli showed up. They love that woman so much.
Yeah.
So like Mapande was hosting, and she was the last comedian on stage. She was like, then they were like, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even have to introduce her. Then she appeared. Yo, and there was smoke, and then yeah.
You guys, they see mama, dama.
In their words, we. They like, yo. You could just tell like the love they have for. I don't think I've seen a Kenyan comedian who is loved by their people like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like you could see they owned her, they loved her. When she comes, she did the dance with them, you know.
Yeah.
So now after that we were being treated well, you know, like at the green room, champagne, every liquor.
I don't know. I
want.
thought why that kasho of yours. You see, when there I'm saying kasho.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was like a room.
No,
I thought it
no.
was like Apo Chemi.
No.
It was a big
It was
ass
a
show.
big ass show. Was a comment. The government has funded it.
Shit.
The Ministry of Arts and Culture for the state has funded this.
So did they pay you or they pull a kalasha out?
No, they paid me.
Okay,
but
I'm kidding.
Yeah. They paid me.
I'm kidding you.
So now you get there. So the green room is like they have a way of making you feel like a star.
All right.
Like the green room, you any liquor you want if you're an alcohol guy, the food is there. There's someone who's catering. There's a chef next to you guys.
Damn.
Hapo kwa the next. So mnakula. Can I hit anything for you? Like you see, and that's before you even go on stage. That's the green room. You see, and so then there's a screen for you to see what's happening
On stage.
on stage. You see.
Must be nice.
Yeah. So now ukimaliza, then after that the local state TV interviews you about what
when you're done.
when you're done.
Uh,
And then they move. So I met many Congolese there. We bana iko wa Kenya wewe. Iko very good thing. So Congolese there, I've noticed Congolese are so vibrant. They have to learn South African languages. They know Swahili, they know French, and they know their own Lingala.
all right.
So like they mix up so many languages for them. It's like there are very many Congolese people in South Africa. Yeah. So
Did any Kenyans came through for the show?
not in Bloom. Bloom ni mbali kidogo.
Not many settled there.
But in Cape Town, some Kenyans came through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that was the Cape. So no, sorry. So now after Bloom, after now we go and party. It's different. The girls.
You went directly to Summit.
No. It's a bit inakufurahisha sana. So like, so now.
Summit is like Sabina Joy.
I got it.
But with Pakistani.
Okay, yeah, good.
So now them they in fact they don't even call the people Indians. Their Indians they are called Pakistanis.
Oh,
Yeah, they don't say that you're is Indian. No, I was in the Pakistanis. Yeah, so like even though they make jokes about them, you hear they talk about a certain street company penye waindi wao wako.
Yeah.
So it's their industrial area. They're like, but then they're selling phone covers. So they joke about. The beauty with comedy, it makes you learn about people's culture very fast. Because you have to ask anywhere. There's a street that all this and this happens. So it was a good experience.
So after the show, you guys went out.
We went out. No, we first went back to our rooms, freshened up, and now we went out.
It was just one show, one night.
Yeah, the big. And I performed. I got there in the morning. I was performing in the evening.
Oh, okay.
And then because there were some Ghanaians who were supposed to come with me, na wakupata. Unajua wao hawezi ingia bila visa South Africa.
Yeah.
So wao.
Oh, you checked in like a boss, you guys.
Mimi niko shida mingi na government ya Ruto. Lakini since January kutoka South Africa itolewe. You know how good it feels walking into the no passport requirement.
So you just give out your passport.
I go with the South Africans.
Or you can queue with the South Africans.
Both times that Oliver Tambo have queued with the South Africans.
Shit, that's polite. J. Ruto should back.
For all these problems, that South Africa move was a good move.
Yeah, that's dope.
It was a good move. Now it's like going to LD but longer. On a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the guys, man. There's another one whose certificates were being checked. You're saying fake, fake. All these are fake. Then at the airport they talk in that Kizulu over there. Check on Tumulaka Chuntala.
We got another one, eh?
What are you saying?
Because the first time I went there was one of the worst times. Cape Town. Me getting there was so haphazard because I was not sure if I was going to get the money. My sponsor had pulled out.
All right.
And then by the time I'm getting there, so I got a KQ flight the same, like 3 hours before. So I go. So the KQ flight was landing in Joburg, and then you had to go to Cape Town, you see. So what KQ didn't tell me was it's a different airport in Cape Town, in Joburg. So you arrive at Oliver Tambo. There's the one called Lanzeria that goes to.
Oh, so you have to leave.
So it's like their Wilson.
Or Tam and go to.
Yeah.
Wilson,
So KQ didn't tell me that, and I had to take myself to Lanzeria.
And is it far?
Yo.
The cab cost you what? 5,000 rand.
So I think so like their cabs are cheaper there. Because even their fuel is slightly cheaper. But now, like, how long? So I'm in the airport and I ask when I just land, I ask this mama who's there. She's like, hey, what's your name? And I tell her, my airport says Erenezarda. Don't worry, they're the same. All you have to do is wait because we're landing at like 2 a.m. and the flight to Nini was like at 6. So there's a 4-hour layover. So like, I'm like, are you sure? But then, at around 4, when they start opening the counters, my flight number is not there. I'm like, are you sure? So I go there like, brah, this one is for Anzeria. Unless you're willing to pay for another flight from Joburg, you go to Cape. you can pay here, but we can't help.
Ah.
So I was either supposed to pay for another flight with money I don't have, or find a way to get to Lanzeri airport. I'm pacing the airport, I'm so confused. It's a new land, I've never been to this country before. The people who are receiving me in Cape Town, wao wamelala, si ni mausiku.
Yeah.
So, finally I go and look for, I just said them to get an Uber. I use my MPESA, I load it to my card. What? This guy, bro, are you sure you want to go? That's a bit far right now, right? I'm just like, I need the fastest driver in South Africa. Don't worry. This guy drove. We got there just about time.
All right, for
Yeah.
boarding.
For boarding. So now we
And
got
how much did you pay though?
like that 500 equivalent.
Oh, okay.
You know a trip, and it's cheaper there. So you can imagine the distance I've gone to live that 500 shillings.
But you guy, mashida zinakunjanga na mabro.
Bro, hey man. So when I finally got to Cape Town, who I meet Nani, KG had said he'd like cost me, but KG had known I was coming with proper money because I was being sponsored. So now I've just come
Kiholel.
Yeah. So now, but luckily he told me I look for places to sleep. So I found a place called Queen Julie. So it turns out Queen Julie. So now the next day I meet Vafa. Vafa had a show that I was supposed to perform the day before that I didn't go. So now, because I was late with one day. So Vafa is like, hey, bruv, okay, you were late for my show once, but you can come. Can I come pick you up for the show? While you're sleeping. So he comes, why are you? Queen Julie. Okay, you can go back there today, but after that, don't sleep there anymore. That used to be a brothel.
Damn.
Yeah, so now...
I think the chicks for Summit used to lala there.
So also it was also Congolese owned. So when they had me talking Swahili, they were so happy. Hey, karibu. So apparently used to have a club uko juu.
And then you Kumonga downstairs.
Yeah, but now the club was closed. So now it's just a...
Kumonga.
What?
He brought it back.
Of course it did.
We made it, baby!
We made it back.
So now that's when I got to meet Vafa well. And for some reason we clicked really well.
Yeah.
So he told me, you know what, bro? Calvin is sleeping at my place. I said, but after he's gone, for the next couple of days, sleep at mine.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Vafa.
Yeah,
man.
so Vafa was like, oh, so that when I come to Nairobi, hook me up, man.
Yeah.
Hook me up with the scene. Let me see people.
Yeah.
You see, I'm like, you don't worry. If you're in Nairobi, that's not a bad place for me.
Yeah.
So that's how. So Vafa was well connected in Cape. So KG, I told him take care of these guys from Kenya. So now Vafa was just taking me every open mic, small, big, for 7 people, for 5 people, for a lot of people, for whites.
So you get to work out more, right?
Yeah. So that really helped me
with that Bloom.
Kind of understand, yeah. So now now back to Bloom. When I went after Bloom, the festival issued. Now I came back to Joburg for like 2 days before I go back to Nairobi. So at least, cause I remember that was the day Man U and Arsenal were playing. So it's a Sunday evening, and there are still rooms to play at.
Yeah.
I have a cat here. He's so Celeste is telling me. So we come with Celeste. Like, Ty, if you go to Joburg, tell them Celeste and Tulia send you. If they don't believe you, I'll call them. They'll put you on. You see.
Nice.
So Vafa is like, you don't worry, I'll shake you around our places. So we got too many places. We performed like at 2 places, and because it was a Sunday evening. But that's why I performed at a place called by the guys who do Joburg Comedy Festival. They call the Goliath Brothers.
Yeah,
so I did for Jason there. They have a thing called like 18 comics, 20 minutes, something like
21
that.
or 25
something 18 in 5 or something like that. So all of you ask for your name, and then it's drawn from a lot. So here you're never given a list. There they just put names in a lot, and then you draw yours. You draw a number. So number 1 to 18 imeandikwa, you come, you pick your number. So whatever number you are, that's the number you're on the list. So you find out who is after you, so that because you're going to introduce them. So there is no MC. So the MC comes, the guy in the beginning does his jokes, then from there everyone introduces. So you make a joke about the next person who's coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was a very new thing that I saw. Hakuna kusumbuana ati niko namba nini. Okay. If you're here by this time, that's when you just know that's when we are doing. We have 18 spaces. This is where we are doing lots.
But you had a good time generally.
It was so good.
Yeah. No, but guys should keep doing those things. Aman should also kimbia there. No.
Yeah.
I think you do really well there, bro.
Yeah.
Huh? Just need to put together those dollar bills.
Yeah.
The weakening shilling.
Even you should be there. So
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Come back with new jokes.
Yeah, true, Master. You guy.
Justin has gone. Doug has gone.
Yeah.
Mamito, me.
Yeah.
And they're starting to love our
Vibe.
Yeah, because I think we've been in the drowns.
Yeah, we were
Like
nowhere.
I was performing, and I'm like, I don't get this love in my country.
All right.
You know, I'm like, and Kenya is a good, like, up until recently. I'm like, I'm Anihame. You know, that you're like, yeah, this place is.
Although that could be a possibility to just get your craft to another level, right?
Yeah,
I think
but,
somebody
Go there, you
did
stay
say
there for
that
6 months.
yeah.
that you go where you
Yeah.
have the highest chances of success.
Yeah, like Long John, Zimbabwe, South Africa.
It's
and
that
then,
thing where Steven
America.
Pressfield says, "Take your ass where your heart is. Put your ass where your heart is."
You guys, on that note, I think we're gonna end the pod there. Man, thanks for coming through, bro.
Okay.
You too, my bra.
No worries,
The
bro.
cricket. I think that was a very fun podcast, a longer one than the ones we normally do. Eh?
Yeah,
No, we've done an hour 45.
Damn!
Okay,
I'm gonna
and we haven't even talked about commogarization, you guys. You guys, that's dope, man. So thanks for coming through, Ty. If you don't know Ty, follow him, but I'm sure you know him from somewhere. If you don't know a man, follow him too. If you don't know me, follow me too at Imanu Kisingani.
at @anto_Ty.
Amandeep.co.ke.
Yeah, man. So let's get this pod moving. We are pushing guys to become members on the podcast. You can become a member of this podcast for $1
Dollar
from $1.
I'm gonna tell you what
Okay.
you told me.
For $1 a month,
Cash move everything.
you can
Around
help
me.
support
got a
this
dollar
young
bill, yeah.
African child.
Maze, you
Dollar
guys.
Help
bill,
him
yeah.
achieve his baby dream
Yeah, Maze. So
of being a radio
You
presenter.
don't have a dollar bill, yeah?
shout out Maze to the guys who are already members. Kina Blaze, there is DJ Moz. I can see some of them over here. There's another guy called Alan. Shout out to all of them. If you're a member, shout out to you. If you haven't joined, Kina Jorge. I'm seeing Jorge over there. And a few other guys. So join and become a member, and we'll be very happy.
Gang.
Because we'll have made 156 bob
Papa head.
head, you guys. Although there are various styles, so you can do $1 or whichever. But cheers. See you guys on the next one.